rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Is that the word?
Everyone dancing Maryland to the
Maryland. Oh my gosh.
What's our favorite
You should have
Christmas
stuck
movie?
with Jingle Bells.
What's our favorite Christmas movie of all time?
The Grinch.
Yeah, The Grinch. And on Disney Channel, they had this one movie. It was about the snow machine.
Yeah,
oh my,
well,
yeah, that was a good one, but
whatever she's talking
great.
about. But I'm gonna go with Home Alone 2.
I didn't never like Home
I'm
Alone.
gonna go with opening us up. Thank you. Welcome to Excuse Me.
I'm speaking.
Featuring the one, the only. She is Twinkle. I am me. I am her. In the building.
Sounds like there's multiple people, but that was just her.
Haters. Okay, and to my right.
Doc Morgenstein, a.k.a. Whitney Morgan, a.k.a. I'm here.
Y'all are so boring with your introductions today.
What's your
What's
one?
up, everyone? You
doesn't
already
mean
know
yell on the
who
mic.
it is. They call me Bella Miera on the gram. But
They don't
We
call
called
her.
you Lexi
Lex.
last week.
They don't call her that.
Not on the gram. On the gram, they call me Bella Miera _. In real life, they call me Lex L Money from the Subs.
No, they don't. She's lying.
Yes,
Another
they
false
do.
statement.
If you know me, you know it's L Money.
Okay. So, anywho, we're still stuck in the house. Yeah, I'm just going to start off by saying, because I need to be honest, I am like not in a good mood. I'm
She wants
hungry.
some Chinese food.
I'm hangry. And I can't want it today.
I'm hungry as well, so that
I'm
means
I'ma
the
try.
faster you talk, the faster we can get to food.
Oh my gosh.
Whatevs. All right.
So
Yeah.
speaking of food, let's start off with the coronavirus.
What?
How does that relate to food?
No, actually, it does relate to food, okay? Because I don't know if y'all heard. Do y'all watch Breakfast Club?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay, so, well, listen. Sorry.
I actually like to watch it. I don't like to listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Charlemagne, the guy, does the donkey of the day. And today, his donkey of the day was a murderer who murdered for food.
It's not that deep.
Okay, but...
Are we at that stage yet in coronavirus where we're murdering for food?
I somewhat understand him. He didn't have to murder the dude, but basically, the guy went and he put his hands in the Thanksgiving food, and the dude got mad, so he stabbed him and killed him.
Who's Thanksgiving food? You gotta set the.
I don't know
the
whose
atmosphere.
Thanksgiving food it
That's
was.
the type of
First of
stuff
all,
I'm curious about. Like,
He was out of line for putting your hand. First of all, it's COVID. That's one thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But even if it wasn't COVID, you just don't. do that.
you don't do it either way.
That's rude and disrespectful. You kick him out. You don't stab him, though.
Yeah, to kill
Stab
somebody over some food, just don't eat it.
Maybe
Sounds
he
like a
had a
World Star
fork and a
hip-hop
knife in
video.
his hand.
Maybe
and
it was on accident.
No, you don't accidentally stab and kill somebody.
It was
Maybe
premeditated.
I'm not justifying his bad day,
but
Okay, well, now he has 20 to 25 years.
I mean, deservingly, you killed someone over food. How embarrassing is that? Probably get beat up in jail because
Look,
you told someone you killed someone
It's
over some
Corona,
food.
and he ain't got time for that. He wanted his beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken.
Turkey, chicken.
You name it, okay? He wanted it, and then he know good and well it's Corona. The dude might have just sneezed. We don't know the full story because the other guy can't talk, okay?
yep.
So, with that being said, he just had it up to here. He ain't had this food all year long. Then you going to put your fingers in it and then risk my life, so I'm about to take yours. It's not a good reason, but it is what it
I
is.
want to know what kind of food was it.
I don't think...
I'm sure it was Thanksgiving, yes. But here's the thing, though. So he did all that over that Thanksgiving food. Now he's going to be getting served Thanksgiving food every year from a chef named Carlos in a federal penitentiary.
Carlos might hook it up, though.
Yes.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, you know, they get some stuff and they might get some seasonings. Somebody might sneak in some seasonings in the jail.
No, they be getting the good stuff, like for holidays and stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
So
if he gonna kill somebody
that
over
turkey
something
was
that
good.
small
I hope it was
in
good.
jail, life is gonna be hard for him.
And was he just like Okay, like for instance, when our mom is making stuff and she's like, "Oh, like taste this," I'm not gonna lie. Even when she doesn't say taste it, if I see her like turkey, like stuffing stuff that she makes, I might take a piece of turkey out of it. But I'm not gonna dig my hand in it. I'm just going to touch that piece of turkey.
Yeah, but y'all family. Him and the other guy might not have been
They wasn't
family.
even family.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but
Maybe
anywho.
there was previous beef. Get it?
Dun-dun-dun. Anywho, so yeah, Thanksgiving. Just came back from Thanksgiving. So, how was your Thanksgiving?
I actually like COVID Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna lie. It's less people. It's less to clean up. I feel like it was record timing in the amount that we took to clean the kitchen this year. It was just great.
Yeah, there's less people, less cleanup, less hellos and hugs and
I hate saying hello.
all that. How you been? You still in school? What's your grades
No,
like?
I graduated 7 years ago.
How big are the kids now? Like random questions.
They're right
that people
there.
Are you still
Come
single?
up with.
Yeah, a little salty back that one.
When are you gonna get married? Shut your face and mind your business, okay?
Well, it was just the intermediate family, and I was pretty much good with that. So
I liked it too.
I had my greens, my honey baked ham. I was set.
That ham gave me heartburn.
Haters everywhere.
So it was for me. It was like in-person family. Then we also did a video call
Virtual,
as well.
yes.
Virtual. So it was a healthy balance. Got to
It
see
was a
people
healthy
across
balance.
the country without traveling.
Without having to spend more gas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Airlines.
But then I also do think about the people that they don't have their family, and then their family that maybe is a little bit more strict on like not gathering at all for COVID, even their immediate family.
I'm sure there was a lot of those.
So I do feel bad for those
If
people.
I had to be by myself on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, I might have cried.
I'm sure the restaurants got a lot more love than they normally do, or fast food places, and
If
people
I had
just
to
ate at
cook
home.
for people at a restaurant on Thanksgiving and not be with my own family, I would be so mad.
They get paid time
Yeah,
and a
they was
half.
getting
They
that
don't care.
money. Getting
Who
that
wants to eat
money.
Olive Garden for Thanksgiving?
If you're by yourself, that's a nice meal.
No,
If your
I still
family
want
can't cook
ham.
in general either, people probably already do that.
What about those people who didn't have anywhere to go for Thanksgiving, so they went to a friend's house, but friends wasn't allowed this year?
I just
They were eating at Olive Garden
Yeah.
or other places like that.
But like, kind of speaking about Friendsgiving, I did that. I think it was last year with a group of my friends from my old job. I didn't like it. It wasn't good. The food, it was very unpredictable, and there was casserole this and casserole that, and I was not eating that.
Black people
or
don't do
that.
casserole.
Sounds like a
Exactly.
cultural decision.
And then they had like Hawaiian rolls for the rolls.
First of all, Hawaiian rolls
Yeah,
are always
we
good.
don't disrespect
okay?
Not
Hawaiian
for
rolls.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, everybody can't do homemade like grandmother.
Well, then
It's
they
a
need
good
to just lay
substitute.
off of the Hawaiian rolls.
It's a good
Well,
substitute.
speaking of layoffs, Corona.
Another Corona topic.
Yeah, okay, so it is now into cold and flu season. Okay, so when people are sneezing and coughing now, I think a lot of us are forgetting that you can be regular sick
Yeah,
too.
regular sick still exists.
A lot of y'all.
When I see people sneezing or they have a fever, I'm like, you might have the Rona.
I'm not gonna lie, when I had a runny nose, I was praying every single day of the runny nose. And then I'm telling you, Mucinex MD, if y'all want to sponsor me, I will tell everybody about you. That was the best medicine ever.
It's a tell-all.
No, it was great. That stuff made it go away.
That's
The sound
disgusting.
effects too. Yeah.
Yep.
That's gross.
It was gone.
Lexi got sound effects and she sings.
Oh gosh. So apparently the coronavirus numbers are going up everywhere. I know, like in Kansas, because I work in Kansas, but we're all working from home now because we're not allowed to go into the office due to coronavirus numbers increasing.
Some of us.
Yeah.
How is corona affecting your everyday life right now?
I actually, it disturbs me to see people on social media that they go to all these events, They don't have on a mask. They or, oh my gosh, it pisses me off. The people that are at events and they have their mask under their chin.
No,
Sis.
when they have it right below their nose.
No, I went off on one of my friends today because they was at work and they were trying to show me their coworker and they took their whole mask off. I'm like, put your mask back on. And then they put it back on.
If they want to risk their life, let them do it.
No, they're part of the problem. That is horrible.
I feel like when your mask is down and your nose is showing, it's kind of like your butt crack is hanging out.
It's funny how you can tell people's political standing by if they wear a mask or where their mask is.
Well, I don't know why they haven't learned from their president and everybody in the White House that's caught COVID.
Exactly.
COVID is a real thing.
He lost. It's okay. Move on.
You're about to lose your job.
Didn't you ask about how Corona's affecting our careers and job?
No, I just say your life in general.
Life in general. Saving money.
That's true.
Sometimes it's just an excuse to buy something because you're
bored.
bored.
No, it really is. Online shopping.
Online shopping is popping.
Yep.
Popping.
Do you guys still, I know one of my friends, she was I showed on Snapchat my package I got, and she's like, you don't Lysol it down? I'm like, what?
Girl, bye.
Do you still Lysol it down? Because that was a CDC thing at the beginning of Corona.
Yeah. Check your local fast food delivery. Well, not delivery, but the person who's handing you your food. See if they're wearing gloves.
They're probably
I think
not.
that's why I don't believe in Uber Eats or DoorDash right now, because they take their mask off in the car.
I don't believe
They're breathing on your food.
in DoorDash because I ordered Buffalo Wild Wings from DoorDash one time, and there were supposed to be 8 wings in there, and there were only 3 because this greedy driver just dug in all of our boxes because it was a group order and took a little bit of everything.
So what do you do in that situation?
I called Buffalo Wild Wings, and they were like, well, that's DoorDash.
Right.
And I was like, this is making your restaurant look horrible. So then they gave me DoorDash's direct number because you can't find it on the internet, but they had the number. And so I called them and I complained for 30 minutes straight. I'm really good at complaining. To
so
corporate.
What happened after that?
They gave me all my money back plus a free meal.
Yeah, because
it was like $80-something because it was a group order.
When they gave the wings to the guy, they were all there. So their job is done.
Okay, but it's a poor reflection. They are partnered with DoorDash. They do business with them. So
are you. Y'all used them to order the food.
Okay, well, if they had their own delivery service, I would have used their delivery service. But since they want to use a third party, your third party is messing with my order, and it's making you look bad. Mm-hmm. So I got all my money back, plus I had a credit.
Oh, yours? You pay for it?
Well, no. But it all was on my card. They all cash apped me.
You let them hustle you.
No, they cash at me, but I ended up cash apping them back. But yeah, I can't want it.
I don't believe in that. They're gonna be breathing on your food and stuff. No.
I mean, they were in boxes, but clearly he opened them up. But
he put his hand all in there.
They can have Corona just filtering through their car.
All right, so I guess Lexi still ain't gonna transition.
First of all, I transitioned to the first one, and y'all didn't appreciate it.
What was the first transition?
It was the Corona. And then you
jumped
in. You said, speaking of food, let's talk about Corona. It made no sense.
It's only to transition, not how to transition.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of crayons, let's twerk. That's what your transition sounds like.
Okay, so speaking of COVID and the winter and fall, let's talk about cuffing season during COVID.
Why we gotta talk about cuffing already?
That's what has COVID on it.
She's representing the single delegation, so go.
Go ahead, singles.
First of all, I'm not going to be a part of the delegation for that long.
Delegation.
How long have you been a part of it?
Like a
20-something years.
Yeah. Okay. So, with cuffing...
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, there's therapy out there, guys.
I'm free, and I have...
Free?
Yes.
Don't you have friends?
I have friends. That don't mean that they're...
Are they male?
That doesn't make them my man.
So how long are they going to be your friends?
Friends forever.
So you want to be friend zoned, or you want to friend zone them?
Yeah. Correct that statement.
She's determining the friends.
One of Lexi's friends, come on the show. You're invited.
Nah, you ain't reached that level yet.
What? It's just an interview.
This is family.
Go ahead.
You
Go
heard
ahead.
the man. Okay, so with talking about cuffing season.
Talk about currency.
Yeah, get that out your system. Go ahead, L Money. Do your thing.
From the subs, put some respect on my name, son.
Yeah, put some respect on my name.
Shut up.
Okay, go.
Okay, so me and one of my friends, we were talking about like how COVID has made dating very interesting because it's kind of like, okay, if
It
Very
should be
weird.
non-existent.
Yeah, very weird.
yeah, very weird and very complicated. And then like okay, I did try online dating twice. It was a horrible experience both times, so I just deleted my accounts. The first time, I'm telling you, it was for 40-year-olds or something. No shade to those that are in their 40s, but it was not for me. And then the second time, they just were not my type, so that didn't work out. But huh?
Go ahead. I was singing a song.
So, like, on one of the apps, it asks you, you know, do you want this person to be wearing a face mask when they come?
What?
Or,
Yeah, you're
you
a whole
know,
stranger.
do you want to do, like, Zoom dates?
Would you go on a Zoom date?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, I guess they're being proactive.
That is what dating is now, I'm sure.
Yeah, literally. Like, and
No,
the thing
that is a cheap date. Okay.
Well, no, you got to think about it from a singles perspective.
What if they got bad connection? You already know they're not for you.
Well,
They
the
can't
whole-
even afford quality internet.
The whole dating situation is like an interview now. Like, I'm sure there's less physical activity on the first date now.
Yeah, or like
No,
that
there's some
person
people,
get a
depending on
COVID
the
test?
state, because some of these states just don't care. In Atlanta, they going on dates every day.
That's not the state.
Yeah.
That, depending on the zip code.
That's true.
This is true. Okay.
Yeah,
proceed.
my thing is like, do you ask the person to get a COVID test before the date?
I mean, what do you
Or-
plan on doing?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
there's
but,
there's
like,
a lot
they're
more
in your
steps.
space.
There's a lot
No,
more steps.
y'all can stay 6 feet.
Okay, but
How you gonna cuddle?
Still.
How you gonna kiss on the first date?
First
How
of
you gonna
all,
do all that.
That's just not going down. I don't know you, sir. I'm not about to
Well,
risk
you're
my
not
whole
doing it
life.
anyway. You married. I'm
No,
talking
but-
about like in
Duh.
the first situation. I'm comparing it to how it used to be, and now it's like automatically like back up
Yeah.
from the rip.
That's probably how it should have been.
I know. So everybody, I think people are making more intelligent decisions on how they're dating now, as opposed to how it used to be, because it might have been just physical attraction or charm in that moment, but now
But
it's
now
like
you have to connect.
people. I'm sure Lexi's looking
intellectually.
at like bank accounts, job,
Exactly.
spirituality, like all these. It's like
You
a,
really
like I said,
have
it's
to
an
talk
interview.
and get to know the person.
It's an interview.
And
You can't
like,
just go
okay,
dance in a
so
club.
That's what I'm
from
saying. I like
my-
how you dance. Now we're at your house later.
Yeah, like for my preference for like dating, I want them to go to church. Well, their church is closed. So is that their fault?
Are you watching
No,
on
girl,
video
that's a
on Sunday
whole
morning?
lie. Girl, your church is open. There's other
That's
churches
true.
open.
She's
They
talking
can
about
go
them.
visit. No,
But
they
what
can go
if their
visit.
church is closed?
So they can go visit. That
So
is
you're asking
that
them,
is an excuse.
You're checking on
You know,
to see if
everybody
they're
want to
watching
use
video.
church as an excuse. I can't go to church because of COVID, but they go
Because they think that
everywhere
COVID
else.
only lives at church.
Okay, well, it lives everywhere else too.
No, but that is a real
So
question.
if a guy tells you that, that's a whole lie.
A
He
guy
wasn't
told
going to.
me
He wasn't going to church before COVID.
that his church was open, but he wasn't comfortable with going yet because of COVID.
Where else does he go?
He actually really didn't go that many places.
That many, so he goes other places.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, but he does go other places, but he said that he wasn't comfortable going back.
you can't name one other place he goes.
We only had 2 dates. It didn't last that long.
Does he go to the gas station?
Yeah.
Super spreader. I'm just saying.
No, but that's real though. So, and then he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get back into."
Does he go to the grocery
gist of
store?
Going.
Grocery store?
Yeah.
Super spreader.
Depends on what you deem essential.
That's true. But what's even more interesting about like cuffing season with COVID is, okay, now you can't be around each other, or you can't like. So what do you do for the holidays if people are just spending it with their immediate family? Are you spending it with the person that you're dating too? Are you going to their family's house to meet them on Thanksgiving or like, you know, Christmas and
Dating or in a relationship?
stuff? Okay, in a relationship.
Those are two different things.
Oh, well, if you're in a relationship, like, I feel like you should, like, know them well enough, like trust them. They should be like your close, like circle of people that you deal with.
That's true, but should you go over their house for Christmas?
Yeah, you ain't about to get out of getting me no gift or not seeing me.
Well, you could still get them a gift, but are you gonna go over their house?
I'm sure there's people who are video chatting each other and sending a gift online to their significant other because they're that scared.
Okay, rewind time. If Corona would have happened all them years ago when we were dating before we got married, and you would have been like, we gonna Zoom and do a gift, I'm gonna mail it to your house, I would have been like, boy, bye.
First of all, there are dudes that are actually really like that though. Like before COVID.
Yeah.
They're too cheap to take you out on a date. That's how you girl run. That's how you know that they don't like you like that.
Not for real.
Anywho, enough of that. Maybe people shouldn't get cuffed during the COVID.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Okay.
If you're not trying to get cuffed during the COVID, then maybe you should go to Dallas where they twerking that in the restaurants.
Twerking.
In the restaurants.
Y'all hear about that? Y'all hear about that?
I did. I saw the video. It was a disgrace, if I must say so myself.
Which part was a disgrace? The twerking or the dude yelling like your daddy?
No, wait. Yeah, we got to explain to the people what happened. Okay, so, bam, this is what happened. Yeah, I like how Soulja Boy tells stories, so I'll be trying to get like him. So, anyway, bam, this is what happened. There is a restaurant in Dallas. What is it called?
Nobody knows. That's irrelevant right now.
It's an eatery.
No, it's called like True something. Anyways, it is really nice, like upscale, like black-owned restaurant. Like the chairs and from the video,
playing
like
twerk music.
Shh. Okay.
That's a vital point.
Okay. I'm going to get to that. Okay, so there's like nice chairs and tables. Like you can tell this man, he wasn't just going for it to look like a juke joint or a burger joint. Like he was really like trying to like have like a upscale place for like young black Americans, okay?
Professionals.
Yes. So, this restaurant, like he has music playing in the background. Now, apparently, Meg Thee Stallion's song "Body" came on. I haven't heard the song, but everybody loves it. So that came on. There's a DJ in there. The DJ started playing that. So, you know, people are sitting at the table. They're eating their food. But then there is a table of women, and they get up, hands on the table, and they start twerking, like sticking their whole butt out and twerking. Then the friends next to them is hyping them up like, hey, hey, hey. And then the table next to them, somebody else gets up and starts twerking on the wall. And then next to them, another lady gets up. She starts doing like a line dance and twerking. Like it is just a hot mess, okay? Now, apparently, these are pieces of the story that I've been gathering the last couple of days. Apparently, the restaurant owner had gone up to them himself and said something like, can you please not twerk in here, okay? There were also other managers in the restaurant that went up to them and asked them not to do that. Well, I guess every time their song came on, they got hyped, and they were hyping up other people around them.
Ding, ding,
so
ding, ding,
they
ding,
kept
ding.
twerking. Okay, they were standing on chairs and everything. And so the restaurant owner gets mad and he comes out and he has had enough. He was everybody's daddy in that moment, okay? He came out and was like, now look, this is not going down in my restaurant, okay? I invested a lot of money into this to create something just for our people, for our culture, something nice and upscale. And for you guys to act like this and just treat it like SH, this is ridiculous. And if you have a problem with it, you can get out. He said, you can get the F out, and I don't care. I don't need your money. Get out of my restaurant, blah, 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 beep, 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 beep. Went off on everybody and walked out. And right after he did that, you heard people like, who he talking to?
Check,
I need my
please.
check.
Check.
If y'all were one of the patrons sitting in the restaurant eating your food, you weren't one of the twerkers, how would you have reacted? Your initial reaction.
I mean, I would have been uncomfortable, but I don't blame him. That's his passion. That's his business. And first of all, okay, You want me to say how I would feel? Because I can go more.
How would you react in that?
What was your initial? Like, you're sitting there and he
him.
just went off on everybody, and you're not one of the twerkers.
I would feel uncomfortable, like what's going on, but then I wouldn't blame him either.
Whitney, you just gonna keep eating?
Keep eating and watching, and probably would have grabbed my phone like the person who grabbed their phone. As to the reason we know about this now, obviously somebody grabbed their phone and recorded it. That's why we know about it.
Yep.
So that's cash money. I would have been thinking on my feet. But going back to what you gave the synopsis of what happened.
Hold on. Can I give my initial reaction?
Yes, give your initial reaction.
As a person not twerking, eating, let's just say I was sitting there eating with my husband and my sister, and this man just went off. I take it very offensively when people cuss at me. Like,
but if you're not twerking, he wasn't talking to you.
You saying if you have a problem with it, you can get the F out.
So what would you have a problem with?
His delivery.
No.
So
he's not talking to me.
Okay, but I would have been offended. Like, I feel like I'm really big on customer service, and I'm big on communication.
I think he should. No, you don't cuss at customers no matter what. I agree with that.
Exactly. There was another way to handle that, and I feel like you're yelling at me. First of all, I feel disrespected by the twerking, but now I feel disrespected by you. You're supposed to be making up for this mess, not making me feel worse.
It depends on what our perception of the restaurant is. Going to... If you have a DJ and you're playing twerk songs, I'm not going to be surprised that people are twerking.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, I asked y'all now, since we're getting into that, how do you feel about the twerkers? There were multiple.
I blame the restaurant for setting the atmosphere, because you are setting the expectation for what the restaurant is, or like what vibe it is. If you go to a jazz restaurant, they're going to be playing jazz. People might get up and dance in a
very
jazz
slowly
fashion.
Yeah.
Yes. If you play two-step music normally at a restaurant, people are going to get up in two-step. So therefore, if you play twerking music...
So they have to play classical music?
No, but most of the time, I feel like when you're at a restaurant, you don't even pay attention to the music. So the music shouldn't be that...
Loud,
yeah, unless it's like a live band. Or if you are bringing a DJ, you're like wanting people to dance or something.
You have a DJ, and you're probably serving drinks.
Exactly.
It's a restaurant,
It was a dark setting.
Yep. It's like
that
very
sounds
club
like a club to me.
related.
That kind of sounds like downtown upscale restaurant.
That's not
Depends
upscale
on
if
the
you're
music.
playing twerk music.
If it's upscale, they're not playing Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay, well maybe he should have went off on the DJ.
No, the DJ was doing what he got paid to do.
Yeah, he was doing his job.
If he wanted a different song or set list, that should have been communicated to the DJ beforehand.
That's the key right there. I think Lexi just said it. If he saw, hey man, the songs you playing is prompting them to twerk, so play a different set list, and then see if they still twerking to something that has nothing to do with twerking. Then it's like, yeah, what are y'all doing?
Yep.
Okay.
And if you're trying to set an upscale atmosphere for our people, why don't you play something different? Because that's the only thing that people think that we listen to.
So are you guys not placing blame on the twerkers?
No, I place blame on them because it's like, you're in public. Like, really? Like, come on.
A lot of people twerk in public.
No, like you're in public at a restaurant. Like, come on. That's like, I mean, I don't even know what restaurant to compare it to, but I personally just wouldn't do that. But there are people that I feel like they think that that's cute and they think it's normal. They want to put it on Snapchat. It was probably somebody's birthday and they were getting lit and that's what they thought was okay. But you don't do that, especially if there's other people around. People could have had their kids there, like you said. Or some people don't want to see that. They want to eat their food and enjoy. I hate when people talk loud at restaurants. Like, you're not the only person in here. So therefore, if you're twerking, you're not the only person in here.
Okay, Whitney.
What's the question again?
Do you place any blame on the twerkers?
Blame on the twerkers? Not really.
What?
Nah, because they're reacting to what was going on. I think his perception of what his restaurant is and what it actually was is different. Like, I seen the video. The crowd seems like a lot of people from that zip code, like we were talking about earlier. But if you want to market to a different crowd, I think you need to change your strategy, because it was people there for the hot wings, not the steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I
You'll
just
get it
looked
on
at
the
it
way
totally different because it really did look nice and upscaled. Like he really put invested.
We don't know his marketing.
Okay, I don't know his marketing, but just looking at it from the outside looking in, look at the way that it's set up and everything. It's not set up like you're supposed to be twerking. And I feel like at the end of the day, it's still a restaurant. There's not a dance floor. So what are you doing? That is one thing. People. No. Okay. Talking about my people. I will never, ever get used to that with my people. Like, when I tell you that is one of my biggest pet peeves, like, we know how to act in public, but sometimes when there's a lot of us, we feel like we get a pass and we're going to act however, specifically in our own establishments.
I do agree with this.
They would have never went to like Ruth Chris or the Cheesecake Factory or even a steakhouse and did that. You wouldn't even go to Jose Peppers and do that on the border. You're not going to do that.
But those places also set a certain atmosphere.
They're not playing Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay, but those places are playing. Okay, on the border, Jose Peppers, they're playing like Mexican music. Do you see people getting
Not
up,
always.
salsa dancing?
They play regular music.
The volume's also not that loud.
Yes, yeah. They don't have DJs.
The DJ sets his tone for dancing. Those go synonymous with each other.
And the reason
But
why
it is a restaurant. People have like burgers in their mouth and whatever
It's
else.
more than a restaurant.
No, they had steak and shrimp and everything.
If you have a DJ, it's more than a restaurant.
Yep. It is a turn up.
Okay,
facility.
but if the man comes to you and asks you, please don't do that, and you disrespect him in that way, and you continue to do it, this is his establishment. He's asked you not to. You just want to show your whole tail and make a fool of yourself and make us look like our culture, make it look like we have no home training. There is a time and a place for everything. So the lady that had both of her hands planted on the wall twerking, are you serious? Where is your mother? You need to be slapped.
The funny thing is from what I could tell from the video, it wasn't a lot of guys in there. It was like mostly women.
Exactly. So who are you showing out for? Girl, what are you doing? What?
They were doing it for Snapchat and Instagram.
Okay.
Social media thing.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Actually, I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, if you're out with all of your friends that are girls and there's no guys around,
and drinking,
you want to make it seem like you are having the time of your life.
Great time.
Or if you just got out of a relationship or something, or you're trying to impress somebody that you like or something, you're going to post. I wouldn't post stuff like that, but you're going to post videos like, I'm having so much fun, I'm just all of this. So that's what it was for. I didn't care if there was men there or not.
It was a lot of doing it for the gram.
Okay, well, that is embarrassing, and I feel like as a
You're
people,
embarrassed?
we need to do better. Yes, I'm embarrassed. I used to be embarrassed in high school because I went to a predominantly white school. Even if I went to a black one, I still would have been embarrassed. But predominantly white school, they already have a certain perception of who we are, like the stereotype. So when you play into that and you're not even like that, it like ticks me off.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's whack.
When they would be in the hallway,
that's
like
whack.
Yelling and be like, "Hey, bro, what's up? What's up? Hey!" I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, we have 3-minute passing period.
Different situation.
What are you doing? Like, you're embarrassing us. Like, stop acting like I want all attention on me. Like, you're already special in your own right. You don't have to act out. That's not the right type of attention. Like, I'm sorry, but it gets under my skin.
Do you have too high of expectations for ignorant people?
Oh, wow.
I think some people choose to be ignorant and they like being ignorant.
Oh, yeah. It's fun being ignorant in some situations. I think for them,
you should want to stand out for different things.
The example you gave was a good one for people who are in a white environment, and especially those who don't come from a different environment, but they're acting like they do. But these ones, I think they come from that zip code.
Okay, but don't treat your own stuff like it's nothing.
If
you would go to another zip code and you treat their restaurants with respect. Now, if you're going to Ruth Chris or you're going on the plaza wherever you live and you're twerking on the wall.
People do that too, yeah.
Then, hey, that's who you are.
Who go
And okay,
to the white side of town and mess their stuff up too. So like Charlamagne said, keep that same energy.
Keep the same energy.
If that's you,
but for the fact that you will go to Price Chopper or Walmart or wherever in your zip code and you just treat it like trash. You litter all over the place. You spill stuff in the aisle. You don't say nothing. You be stealing stuff. But then you go to the one out in another zip code where it's predominantly white and you treat it like it's golden. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's self-hate.
I'm sorry. That is like one of the biggest pet peeves of mine.
Like self-hate.
Like when people are like, "Ooh, we finally got us a nice store." I'm like, "What?" Like, no, it's the way that you treat it. Like your Family Dollar in the hood should look just like the Family Dollar in the suburbs. I'm just saying, if you want more of them, then treat it right.
That's my pet peeve. The fact that you buy your whole life for the Family Dollar. The fact that that's the only store in certain areas of that's why I went into urban planning, because that's like, why is that? People are buying groceries and things like that from Family Dollar or certain
Family Dollar are like staples. Okay, but
that's crazy to me.
People don't realize that development and retail merchandise is placed in certain areas based on their theft levels of theft. So, for instance, and their crime rate. So, for instance, I used to be a assistant manager at Marshall's, but it was like in the suburbs, and it was a super nice Marshall's. Like they got all the name brand purses. And side note, at Marshall's, since it's like a discount brand store, if they have really nice designer brands, like say they have a Michael Kors or a Coach or something, they're not allowed to put up signage that says Michael Kors, but they can sell it there still. So the one I worked at, they would send like 50 Michael Kors purses. They'd be so nice. They'd be half the price that you would pay in a regular Michael Kors store. But then we had another Marshall's that was located in like the inner city or in predominantly like, this is going to not make sense, areas where it's like a lot of minority traffic comes in there. Their theft level was higher there. So they would send like 5 Michael Kors purses and they'd be locked up because they don't want to put their merchandise somewhere where they're not going to get a return on it because it's just going to be stolen or it's going to be damaged. So in the same way, they will put a million nice grocery stores, a million, I don't know, different types of like establishments in the suburbs because they're going to get a return on their money. Yep. But you can't put all those different places in a place with a lower income area and they don't take care of what they already have because the likelihood of vandalism, of theft, of crime is going to be much higher. And those are just statistics. That's business. I'm not saying it's okay. I want my people to have more, but I want them to like treat it right too. Yep. That's all I'm saying. If I was a designer or if I was the owner of McDonald's, I want to have a good reputation at all times. I don't want a stain on something that I've built. So yes, I'm going to say you could put it in certain areas, but I don't want this area to represent me because I didn't work all extra hard for this. Sorry, that's just me.
That's very true.
Yeah, what's your overarching point there, I agree with. But in this situation, if I was there in the moment, I probably would have had a good laugh and kept eating my food.
I'm just disappointed. I would have been mad at the people twerking.
Mm. So speaking of girls, did you guys hear about Biden?
Yeah, I'm so mad y'all don't feel a type of way about this.
I mean, I do, but just gotta move on.
That's another topic for another day.
Yep.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can move on because I can stay on this forever, but we gotta do better.
So Biden and his communications team is all women. I'm so excited.
Was they twerking?
Don't get me started, okay, y'all? I'm trying to get past this twerking.
They probably were.
That'd
they
have
got
been great.
selected.
No, that would have been horrible.
No, it would have been Iranian women twerking. It wouldn't have been a black thing. It would have been all kind of women twerking.
A mixture.
It would have been minority women twerking.
Right. Black is not equal to minority. Minority means
No,
everybody.
I said it would have been
I
minority
know, so
women
it wouldn't be like, oh, black people. No, it just would have been a bunch of minority women twerking
No.
in unison. Joe's a smart man. I'll say that.
Yes, Joey B.
Joe's work smarter, not harder, Joe.
Mama got so offended when we called him Joey B. His name is President-elect. His name is Joey B.
His name is Kick Your Feet Up, because all these women he got, they about to put in work, and he about to kick his feet up.
Exactly.
I think he's setting them up for success.
He is. That's why I said he's smart.
Yep, he's setting up Kamala.
Historically, this is, that's why I said he got all these women, he's going to put in work, passionate, got new ideas, and he's an old man. I mean, he's just going to sit back and let them do what they do, and in some instances, probably take credit. Some instances, pass it off. Congrats to Joe Biden for being smart and just, not even smart, just being aware. Like, this is the best move available because women in all aspects of life are winning right now. So,
as long as they're not twerking.
Hey, but some women twerk when they're when they're celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a time and a place.
I mean, they made you mad.
So if they twerk at the White House, is that cool?
No. No, that's not the time and the place. That's like, oh yeah, let's twerk during praise and worship. It's not the time or the place.
Separate church and state.
Separate church and state. But more on twerking. I'm trying to get better at these transitions, y'all. They're a little
more
rough,
on twerking.
But Renee Carter, she just had a birthday. I believe it was last weekend. She turned 22, and her boyfriend, Solo Lucci, that's not his name. Oh my gosh, that's not his name. He's a rapper.
YFN Lucci?
Yeah, his name is Lucci something.
No, it might have been
whatever.
Solo. Is that the dude? Was he on?
It was Lucci.
Was he on?
No, it's not the dude from Love and Hip Hop. It's the other Lucci.
Well, if it wasn't him, then I think it is YFN.
Yeah, YFN, ABC.
I actually like his music.
He threw her a 22nd birthday party, which I'm so confused. It's just 22. I had to look up how old is she turning.
She's rich.
Yeah, but you gotta have a whole party.
She's rich.
And it's
I'm
COVID.
sure she had
There's
a huge
nothing else to
Sweet
do.
16. Continue.
No, but it made me mad because it kind of goes back to my point from earlier. People that go to these parties and they don't be wearing masks. And then there's people like Zanique.
Wait, so did he throw her a party?
He threw her a party in Atlanta.
Was it a family party?
People?
No, it was everybody.
Where was it?
It was at some club.
Oh.
So
It was at a club. There was I felt like every celebrity that lives in Atlanta was at that party.
I heard Lil Wayne rapped.
Yep, Lil Wayne was
That's
there.
his daughter.
He didn't have a mask on either.
So
Nobody had on a mask.
To the onlooker, it looked like a party pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
There was people there was someone in the comments and they were like, ooh, it looks COVID-y.
They've been talking about Atlanta a lot lately. Like Atlanta
doesn't care.
Atlanta is why my wife is mad because they're twerking and not wearing masks.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the thing. Why are people blaming her? Like, did she throw the party? Why aren't they blaming her boyfriend that threw the party?
That's true. I blame everybody.
Like, do you walk in and be like, surprise, and be like, I'm sorry, I can't stay. It's like way too many people. Like, I know you guys put time into this.
I blame everybody. I blame him because he threw the party. You should have made it like, okay, everybody wear a mask. I blame her because you showed up at the party and nobody had on a mask. You clearly didn't say anything.
What if they were checking temperatures at the door?
That is a valid point that somebody brought up. I think I was watching Wendy yesterday, and they were saying, well, why do we praise Kim Kardashian when she took her family, like it was 40 people or something, to a private island, and they didn't have to wear masks, but she said they all got
that
COVID
was 40.
tested.
That was 40 people.
In a spaced out area.
No, I was watching the Queens for Fox Soul. But they were saying, why do we believe Kim that she got everybody tested? Maybe Regine's boyfriend made everybody get tested.
I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it as well. And I feel like that they would have brought out a statement saying that everyone was tested. Now, what made me mad, Zanique, she was there and she is currently pregnant and was not wearing a mask. Like, she's heavily pregnant. So I'm just like, come on, dude.
More reason for them to hurry up and come out with this vaccine. Because people are getting tired of the social distancing. They're not even thinking about themselves or the health of others. They're thinking, when is this going to end? Because I can't live like this forever.
They call it corona fatigue.
So with that being said, if a vaccine does come out, will you be first in line?
No.
Because?
No sirree, Bob.
Because
no, I feel like I'm gonna let them. Y'all go try first, then maybe I'll get one. But
Syphilis, gonorrhea, AIDS.
Yep.
All of these things that were created and given to black people first. So.
Well, when I was reading up on it this week, and I heard that they're saying they would give it out to 65-plus-year-olds first, because they would be more susceptible to it. Well, and essential workers, because they're right there, like, in their face with it. But I just don't know how I feel about that. Like, that's like giving it to everybody's grandparents.
That's true.
Are they just giving it to them unwillingly, or are they volunteering to get it?
No,
I don't think they would force people. I don't know. They might force kids in order to go back to school.
That they're going to make it like how they do the tetanus shot and stuff. That's like a requirement.
Touchy.
I hope that it's more like the flu shot, like you can choose to get it or not to get it, because I never get the flu shot.
I've never been a proponent of the flu shot, but does it work like, okay, if you take this vaccine, you're not going to get it?
I just don't feel like they can guarantee that. They've been giving it to people that have already been exposed to it, to like treat it. I don't know. It's trial. Like they have a lot of different trials out there.
Pfizer and Moderna have developed vaccines. I think Moderna's is 95%, and I believe Pfizer's the same. They've been giving them half and half, so the volunteers have been giving them half the vaccine and half placebos. Means placebos. They think they're getting something, they're not getting anything. So that's where it's at right there. And even at 95%, I
feel like don't give me a placebo.
I'm gonna stay at the back of the line.
Wait, they think they're getting something and they're not?
Yeah, I mean that happens in science
like
all the time.
Yeah, like experimental things. You give like you have group A and group B and group.
So they try to see with the placebo group if they think it's like mental.
Well, you're saying if the vaccine doesn't.
Well, it
ain't
mental. Like
no, sometimes it is. Sometimes
not with the
corona.
Like
the
people,
you got it. They're like, I gotta go to the hospital, and then they get to the hospital and they're like, I feel great. Like it's like mental.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes if you think you're getting something that's gonna heal you, then you can heal yourself, so to speak.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Not corona, but yeah.
Yeah, I did not watch the Soul Train Awards or the Grammys, but I'm wondering
Grammys
if
hasn't happened yet.
Oh well, I haven't even read up on the nominations because like nobody that I'm really interested in ever wins. So.
I watched
unless it's Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly.
For the Soul Train Awards, I watched bits and pieces, but I said I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing because I want to know who like won different categories. But I've always felt like if I was an artist and I won a Soul Train Award, is that really a big accomplishment?
Yes, because it's a black award.
Sheesh.
But is it though? Like
it is a black award. How many white people win that? How many Indian people win that?
How
many Chinese people win that?
I want to win the
Korean
big music awards.
What's that?
The BET Awards and the Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah, some that white people give you. Is that why it's big?
No, I feel like.
Is that why it's big?
No, I feel like getting a BET award is not like
it is a big deal.
Award.
It is because it's from my people.
What if it
by
was
my people?
But even people that have won or been nominated for a BET award or they've been nominated for a Soul Train award, they still say all the time. They don't say, "Yeah, I'm a BET nominee,"
but they should.
They should.
Like this is like. We have to write our own stories and like we can rewrite it in a positive way. Value our own stuff, just like I was saying.
But I even feel like with the BET Awards or Soul Train Awards that they choose the most played or likable people. I feel like they don't be choosing the
this is why I value our awards more.
With that.
Because think of the Grammys and the Oscars. We have they've been a little bit more transparent these past few years, showing us that a lot of the people on these committees that pick the winners are not people of color. It's not diverse enough to make the decisions. So I'm not going to get excited of a group of people choosing me as a winner for something, and you are nothing like me. You look nothing like me. You're really not even my audience. You're not my fan base. How did you even make this decision? Like, okay, I accept the award, great. But when I get it from my own people, like these people have been riding with me. These people are the reason that I'm right here.
People who are in the
I
culture,
value
not outside
their
the
opinion.
culture.
Yeah, they care about my art that I'm putting out there. It's not for popularity. It's because it means something. It has value to them.
I mean, I guess I agree to a certain extent because SWV, I think they won a Soul Train Awards last year, and they said that was their first and only award they've ever won.
That's crazy.
Exactly, but they're great, but they would never get a Grammy, but they're not any less than Paul McCartney that's probably gotten
They're less than Paul McCartney.
He's a legend.
He's a Beatle.
Now, no, okay, well, they have two different forms of music. I think that
Tony
they're
Braxton
just as
got a
good
lot
as...
of Grammys.
Yes, Toni Braxton is a crossover artist.
Yeah.
So since she's a crossover artist, and she has a certain look, a certain something to her that is acceptable in society. Toni Braxton could win a Grammy before Keke Wyatt, but Keke Wyatt can sing her face off.
I don't think she can. No.
She sings with a lot of soul and just from deep down. And Toni Braxton does too. She's just not so much like a soul singer, but she's acceptable.
She's like a vibey singer that she makes you she sets your emotion, the vibe of your emotions or something.
Well, I didn't watch the Soul Train Awards.
But Brandy, she did great on the Soul Train Awards. I'm telling you, Brandy, I'm so proud of you if you're listening. She's coming back. She's reviving. I mean, not saying your career was dead, but, you're reviving your career. And it was just, she dropped the mic at the end.
She dropped the mic.
And I love Brandy because she can actually sing. And, I feel like a lot of these singers that we're choosing nowadays, they don't actually sing or they don't know how to actually perform. Brandy, her performance was, she was fully clothed with a turtleneck on, pants, and a huge jacket.
Yeah.
And, she had her whole, Brandy vibe with her braids and stuff. But she was showing that you can be talented and covered up at the same time and be the vocal beast
Erykah
that she
Badu.
is. She's weird.
No, she's everything.
She's weird.
I told you we don't tolerate that nonsense on this
She's
podcast.
weird.
Okay, well, Erykah Badu, she would be more than...
we love you, Erica. The podcast, 2 out of 3 of the podcast
2 out of
loves
3.
you.
I think you're a legend.
Somebody like her.
It's weird.
Okay, so a legend should get a major award.
She's never won a Grammy.
So if the Grammy is the major award, then why wouldn't they look at somebody like her?
It just depends on what you value. That's the whole process of what you was talking about earlier. If you value outsiders' opinion and validation more, then you're gonna be, I need a Grammy. But if you recognize that people who look like you, who make similar music, who are your competitors, who give you an award, to me that's more validation than somebody outside saying, you have arrived because you have crossed over to us. Mm-hmm. That's arrogance within itself.
But I don't necessarily
when the boards become more mixed, I will have a more appreciation for a Grammy.
I don't gotta cross over to you to have value.
But you can put more of me on your decision team.
I don't care if you do or don't, because the people who really about it and who really listen, when they recognize me, then I'm good.
I don't necessarily know, though, if the Grammys is just based on, vocal, musical talent. I feel like it's clearly based on numbers and,
popularity.
It's based on a whole...
I thought that's what, the MTV Awards was for.
Well, okay, I wouldn't say popularity, but maybe sales and now streaming.
Sales is popularity.
And
I don't even be knowing half them people that.
Now I was really mad when Billie Eilish, whatever her name is,
Irish.
No, I think it is Eilish.
I don't know.
She won all those Grammys last year.
Nobody
Who
knew
is
her.
she?
That's why am I gonna value these judges and I don't know who the heck they picking?
That is true.
Anywho, so since we're talking about music, let's get to our drum roll, please. Yeah, I like my sound effect. Music pick of the week. I guess I shall start. I just listen to the exact same thing every single week.
Yeah, I don't have anything new.
Nothing new, so I won't even waste y'all time with it. Lexi, do you have anything?
I've been listening to quite a lot, especially Christmas music. Tori Kelly's new Christmas album, A Tori Kelly Christmas. If anyone knows me, Tori Kelly is one of my favorites. I've been listening to Miranda Curtis' Christmas album. I've been listening to Maverick.
So you've been feeling real jolly and merry.
Well, we're getting prepared for the Christmas service at church, so I've been listening to all Christmas music pretty much to pick what we're going to sing. But I've been listening to Maverick City Christmas, which is Maverick City Music, their Christmas album. And for some reason, I was on this Keisha Cole vibe the other day. I was listening to Love by Keisha Cole. Never knew what I was.
I love her songs, but she can't sing.
What?
She's like a yodeling
She
goat.
can't
No,
actually
somebody
sing.
was like she could sing better when she had the gap.
That's horrible. I like her style, though.
And I listened to Love by Music Soul Child. Oh,
That's a good song.
that
He's a
song
good
is
one.
great.
Okay. Whitney?
The stuff I listen to, y'all not gonna know, so I'm gonna say it quickly.
A listener might know.
Shout out to Awful Records circa 2015. I've been listening to a lot of that. It's an underground rap label based out of Atlanta.
How do you find underground rap?
Because they're actually a gentleman that's in the group. I grew up with him on Decatur. But yeah, shout out to Awful Records, and then shout out to Onyx. I've been listening to All We Have Is Us. It's a New York rap group from 1995. I don't know why, but it's been on my mind.
How do
Got
you
it.
find? That's my question.
It's
How do
classics.
people find underground rap artists?
You unplug,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
watch The Matrix.
Okay. Netflix/streaming pick of the week.
You didn't say your music.
I said I wasn't going to say nothing because I've been listening to the same thing.
It's the
What have
same
you been
thing.
listening to?
Same thing I've been saying for the last 4 episodes.
Queen Naja?
Twerk music.
Yeah. City Girls.
Can't get into city.
That's why she's so passionate
City
about
Girls from the
twerking.
305. See, but I would not start twerking to the. I love
You just
City
started
Girls
twerking
song.
in your seat when you said that.
I'm at home.
Yeah.
But if I was at a restaurant, I would not get up and be like, hey. No, I'm not.
So you wouldn't be twerking with a hot wing in one hand and a drink in the other in a restaurant?
That is a mess.com. Okay. So, anyways, my streaming pick of the week. I finished The Crown on Netflix.
The Crown.
Is it 3 or 4 seasons? I think 4 seasons.
A lot.
It was really good. Like, I never realized that the royal family was so interesting.
Princess Diana is on there.
Yeah, like
start
I
watching
will
it.
watch everything Princess Diana related because I feel like I learned so much about her, and I remember her when I was younger, and like how she died and all that, and the whole like mystery
Mysteriously.
behind that. And I've heard stories, but to see like her life, like she would smiles on camera, but it was really messed up behind closed doors. And like she got married at 18 and was thrown into that life. She was bulimic for a really long time too. Like you would have never known that. Like that was a lesson learned for me. Like, man, you like look at these celebrities or just look at people that you see on a daily basis smiling, and they have the most like she had genuine smiles, but like behind closed doors in her real life,
Or she just got good at making them look genuine.
everything was chaotic and just
That
like
sounds like 99% of celebrities.
Or people in
yeah,
general.
or
No,
people in
looking
general,
up to
because
them.
she was a regular person beforehand, and her life just like changed like that. And
Thrusted in front of the world.
yeah, and she was a mother and had kids on top of that, and was basically a single mother in a marriage because he wanted Camilla the whole time. Like, it was a mess, y'all. We got to talk about it one day, but yeah, I felt for her. It was really good.
My Hulu pick of the week is it's called Making a Model with Yolanda Hadid on Hulu. I watched the whole series on Thanksgiving. Like, it was so good. And
It must have been short because you're not really a binger.
No, I'm really not. But I didn't have anything else to do, so. But it was really good. I liked it because it felt like America's Next Top Model, but it was with teenage girls and their moms. And they showed a lot of diversity. Like, there was like 6 girls, and they had like a girl that was like an islander, and then they had a black girl, they had an Asian girl, they had a white girl, and then they brought on another white girl. But it was really good, and I felt like it felt like America's Next Top Model, but it was like from a different angle. It's really good. It's called Making a Model on Hulu. I really want to start.
Girl, you done just said your one. You about to talk about another one?
I got one more. I want to start Real Housewives of New Jersey. I've never watched that, but I feel like it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna watch
Power
that.
Book 2 comes back again this Sunday.
I can't get into Power.
Yeah.
Power Book 2 is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Whitney, do you have a pick of the week?
I gotta use the restroom and I'm hungry.
Alrighty
Okay,
then. So we're going to wrap it up with our question of the day, which this is coming off the top of the dome.
And our kids are getting restless.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh crap.
Dun 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 dun.
What song is that?
Run DMC, man. They know. The listeners know.
Oh, yours is Run DMC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mine is Christmas Time is Here. I don't know who it's by. So many people have sang
How
it.
does it go?
My vocals are not ready today, but
Okay. I love This Christmas, the Chris
yeah.
Brown version. Yes, that is the
what's
best.
that Mariah Carey one?
All I Want for Christmas.
No. The
There's no
one-
other one.
Yes, there is.
I know, but that's the
she
most
got
important one.
albums.
Oh, with Whitney Houston.
No.
Okay, well we'll come back to it next week.
Wait, John Legend.
That is not Christmas.
The whole world gets a little bit more love when Christmas comes.
Okay.
Access denied.
Well, excuse me. I'm no longer speaking. We're out of this piece.
We out.
Deuces.
Don't forget.
Farewell.
About to get some hot
Signing
wings
off.
and see some twerking.
We're hangry. Peace.
Peace out.
Yes.